I always slept through a car ride. The soothing motion of the car was like a cradle that always put me to sleep. The car ride to Manhattanville College was therapeutic because I suppressed my anxieties and concerns for that hour and a half. I felt safe with my mother in the car. I remember not only was I indecisive 5 months before that moment in the car, but also was still receiving letters of acceptance too. Some of the colleges included Towson University, Stockton College, East Stroudsburg University, and Manhattanville College. I could not decide which school would be best fit for me. Ultimately, in April of my senior year in high school, I chose Manhattanville. It was a perfect distance because it was not too far and not too near. At the age of 18, I was in for the first true test in my life. My mom reluctantly left with tears welling up in her eyes. My eyes filled too, as my 3 future roommates had not yet arrived. I was accompanied only by my thoughts. The next morning, I awoke at 6 a.m. for my first soccer practice with the women's team. I exited the always boisterous freshman dorms and briskly walked past the pristine castle that was strategically placed in the center of campus to the new turf field. Other freshman girls looked as uncomfortable as I did. During the first 2 hours of practice, we scrimmaged, ran, sprinted, lifted, and dribbled until our legs were wobbly and weak. I had a hard time making friends. Nevertheless, my roommates were all wonderful people, and I was quite lucky to live with them. We danced, partied, studied, talked, and supported one another, all in healthy doses. Something was still missing. I was sad, homesick, tired, and still felt lonely. In October, I sprained my ligaments in my ankle severely and could not play the rest of the season. My time with the soccer girls grew short. My attempt of living away from home was not going smoothly, and I realized I was not ready. When winter break came, I decided I was going to stay home and attend a community college instead of going back to Manhattanville. My parents were very supportive, and I was a much happier young lady. I played soccer for the community college in the fall, and I was able to keep up with my studies. When Christmas neared the following year, I decided to come home. I coincidentally decided it was time to go to Mercy College, as I was asked to play soccer for the women's team. This time, I was ready. 5 years later, I reflect on the indelible impression Manhattanville College tattooed on my life. It was not my strongest suit, and I would have acted differently today than I would have 5 years ago. It was a learning experience for me, as college is supposed to bring learning experiences. My first time playing college soccer will never fade from my memory. 3-a-day practices were part of an unforgettable experience. As brutal as I thought it was, I look back today and know I would not change that experience, for it helped me mold into the woman I am today.